Hello, everybody. Sanbonani, welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel, sikhuluma ngama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities, kanye nama-YouTubers. If it's your first time joining me today and you really like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button, langezansi, and the notification bell. Kanti-ke, if you're joining me from Facebook and Instagram, do not forget to like the page or follow me over there as well. You guys, thank you so much for being here. So we have more Sunday Mkosi to do today. Listen, you guys, should we not agree that Zangoma are running our country right now? Should we just give them the title? Should we just give them the title of being the runners of the country? Right now, for me, they're like the government of the country. Okay, we do what they say. when they want, they are running the trend list. Okay, and it's like it's a competition between both of them. Who's going to say or do the most shocking thing? Okay, they just wanna be moving people. It's quite entertaining, you guys. I don't know if I believe some of the things that they say, but it's nice to watch them compete with each other, even though they will never admit that they are competing with each other. The Gogos that used to be friends, you guys. Hey. The competition is very, very tight. Let me just set up the TikTok thing here, and then we can begin, okay? Let me just do this. I always forget to set up before time for TikTok. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to do this, talk about these two Gogos, okay? As to what is happening with Gogo Skhotheni and Gogo Maweni. Okay, it's not really relating to each other, but of course they're doing what I always say, that I always feel like with these two Gogos, it's very hard to take them seriously sometimes, because I do think that they really like being on the trending list. They like trending, so it's very hard sometimes to decide when they talk about things, even when they talk about things that seem to be very important, whether to believe them, because sometimes you just feel like they say it for, for the shock. They want to say that the one thing that they know for sure, it's gonna shock people and it's gonna get people talking. Okay, and okay, there's Gogo Skhotheni, there's Gogo Maweni. Gogo Skhotheni will say something, Gogo Maweni will say something, and then there's the rest of the Sangomas. Okay. I feel like they just wake up and wait for Gogo Maweni and Gogo Skhotheni to say or do something, and they react to that. TikTok is like a crazy place. Okay, everybody, there's Sangomas that are against Maweni, there are Sangomas that are against Skhotheni, and then there are Sangomas that are against all of them. Okay, if they say something, they have to disagree with what the other Sangomas are saying. Okay, and I feel like, can they not have a meeting or something? Agree on what the conduct of the Sangoma nation should be, and then come back to us, because they are confusing us. Okay, Ugogo Maweni will say, listen, this is not if you do this and this and this, and then the other one will be like, namanga vele now nalubis, and then the other one will come and say, yeah, vele right there, guys. No, have a mass meeting as Sangomas, agree, okay, on something. You like churches at this point, you don't know which church to go to, because nobody, they're not saying the same things. They're claiming to be the same, but they're not saying the same things. So this is what happens, you guys, with the two of them. So this, before I move ahead and talk about what I want to talk about today, I want to say that, you guys, that as we listen to whatever it is that Gogo Skhotheni said on MacG, I did have that thought of, sometimes I do feel like she's just saying things for the shock, you guys, especially when it comes to this thing that she said about Ukuthwala. I'm like, a little bit it makes sense, but a little bit it doesn't at the same time, because I just feel like she knew what she was doing when she said the statement that she said about polygamy and Ukuthwala, you guys. But before we get to Gogo Skhotheni, I want to do the story about Gogo Maweni, you guys. Gogo Maweni also started a podcast, you guys. It's doing very well. It's unfortunate that I haven't really had the time to watch all of the episodes that she has posted recently, you guys. I think that it's amazing how everybody is just interested in this thing. Okay, number one, I feel like there's a fascination with Sangomas, especially these two Sangomas, but also there's a fascination about Ukuthwala, the witchcraft, Ukuthwala, and all of that stuff. It's like a thing now. So if you start a podcast and you talk about such things, you definitely are going to do well in the podcast space. So obviously, Gogo Maweni is doing well in that sense, you guys, because of course she has her followers, okay, and also people just want to know about witchcraft, okay. I personally, guys, liked how things used to be before, where you were like sort of wondering, I wonder what's it, do people really bewitch each other or not? And it was sort of like a mystery. Even Ubungoma was sort of like a mystery. I liked it like that, you guys. I just don't like this thing because now it's like we are bombarded with information. Sometimes it's conflicting. Sometimes I'm like, is it necessary for us to know all of that? Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we need to know some things, okay? So Coco Maweni, because I want to start talking about her right now. Coco Maweni did do an event. She had an event this weekend, you guys. It seemed to have gone very well, you guys. So with her starting the podcast recently, she also had like this picnic event here that she had advertised, and she was going to have some speakers there. The people that I can recognize the names of, it's Unonsi, Cucumber Pot, if you know Unonsi from mostly on Facebook. I watch her mostly on Facebook, but she is also here on YouTube, you guys. And there was also going to be Umpoa Badimo, and of course Ukoko Maweni herself, and then there's a Dr. Lwazi that was supposed to be there, and Koko Ndumazi, and okay, of course there was going to be drinks and mingling. This was supposed to be like the setup was supposed to be in a picnic sort of a way, and it went well, you guys. And I want to show you here. Unfortunately, you guys, I can't show the people on TikTok, okay? But we can see it on YouTube. It looked like the event went well, you guys. This was her preparing for the event. Okay, I guess this is where they like the gift bags. And so she posted yesterday, you guys. Okay, she was looking beautiful here in this outfit. Let me just wait for this photo to open. Even though, you guys, I don't understand why she was looking like ngathi uyoshada or something, or uyongenela Miss South Africa or something. It's a beautiful dress. Okay, one thing about Gogo Maweni is that she knows how to dress her body. So she was looking beautiful. But I was like, but for a picnic kind of an event, I don't know, you guys, you know. But it's a big event, yeah. So she wanted, you know. If you know what I mean, you guys. But from all of the photos that we see here, I don't know if the green was like the theme of the event, because it looks like everybody has something green. I think this is like Dominic, the TikToker, was also here, and everybody looks happy and all of that. So the event went well, you guys. I was just thinking, Uti, how great it would be if these Gogos were able to work together. Okay, maybe I think maybe it's a situation where they like taking leadership. Yabona abantu awukwazi ukuba umngane with umuntu ofuna ukugqama just as you like ukugqama. So maybe it was that kind of a thing that made them not be able to be friends, you guys. And then there's videos here that she posted. All of this is on Twitter, you guys. If you do want to see over there what happened at the event, but it looks like everything went well, you guys, for Gogo Maweni's event. Okay, she did recently say something controversial when it comes to people paying for bonds, and this is what she said, you guys. And I didn't understand why people were so upset about it, but let me just share this with you.
Wait, guys, I seem to have angered quite a few people, especially Lava Patalama Bond. I just have one question. So, a bond is for 5 years, right? You've been paying well for 4 years. The fifth year, ulahlekela umsebenzi, and you can no longer pay. What happens then? Does the bank say, oh, shame, look, I paid for 4 years, therefore the house belongs to them? Or does the bank repossess your home that you've been paying for, and then it is auctioned to people who can buy it for cash? I just want to know. And why would the bank auction a home that you claim belongs to you? Go watch the podcast. Understand what I was saying before you comment.
Listen, you guys, this is what I wanted to say when it comes to this is that just like I am saying that I feel like both of them always say things that they know for sure people are going to get shocked by, and they know those things are going to trend. I also feel like even us now, because we are so used to them saying things that are shocking, that even when they say things that are making sense, then we just overreact, because what she's saying here makes sense, that if you buy a house through a bond, that house doesn't belong to you until you finish paying for it. The best thing you can do for yourself is to actually buy a house cash. What is wrong in that? I didn't understand why people are reacting the way that they reacted. And she's saying, yes, to prove that it's true that the house belongs to the bank until you finish paying for it, even if you've been paying for it for 5 years. If you lose your job and you are not able to pay towards your bond anymore, what are they going to do? They're going to repossess your house and they're going to auction it. Okay. And how would they be able to auction a house that doesn't belong to them? She was making sense, but I think because we are so used to them just saying things for the shock, then even when they say things that are making sense, it's just like we overreact. Okay. I think she totally made sense there, you guys. It's unfortunate that it's not all of us that can just buy houses out here for cash. Okay. She probably makes enough to be able to do that. She has been lucky enough to be able to do that, but it's not everybody that can do that. But nonetheless, what she was saying there, you guys, made sense. Anyway, congratulations to her. The event went well, you guys. Then Gogo Skhotheni did the interview with Mark G, you guys. And she said a lot of things. It's a long interview. And there's a lot of things. Some of them are shocking. Some of them are like, that is just a confirmation of what I was thinking about, especially when it comes to the celebrity issue and so many of them becoming Sangomas, you guys. I just feel like there is no way no way that every single person that is claiming to have a gift and a calling really has a gift and a calling. Because at this point, honey, like the neighbor on the right and the neighbor on the left and in the front and at the back of your house is a Sangoma. You are like, fanele throw it because there's just too many of them. There is no way in hell. Otherwise, it's not a gift pillar if all of us are gifted with the same thing. So for me, there are things that she said that I was like, that kind of makes sense. When she says, there are a lot of people that are misdiagnosed and they think they have a gift, they don't. Some, they do know that they don't have a gift, but they still do the thing, okay? Which is why people are saying that she was saying a lot of sangomas are scamming people. She says that ubungoma is a scam, okay? But, having ubizo is not a scam. Honestly, you guys, if you listen to her, there's a lot of things that do make sense, but I do understand that a lot of these sangomas are probably going to be offended because they are offended by anything and everything that Gogo Skhotheni says. It doesn't have to be a lot, okay? If you say something, the Sangomas are going to be upset about it. But here's an interesting thing, you guys, that she said when it comes to Ukuthwala. I think, guys, the topic of Ukuthwala is a fascinating one. I think that everybody wants to know if Sangoma know about it. If they do know about it, if they do practice, if some of them battle themselves, it's a fascinating topic, you guys. I watch African Confessions, the channel, and Confessions Hub, the channel here on YouTube. Fascinating stuff. Okay, when you watch that channel, you're like, yeah, I guess when you listen to people's confessions, because you're like, it can't be that all of these people are lying about this thing. So for some reason in South Africa right now, it's a fascination when we are learning that really this thing that we thought might and might not exist actually does exist. Abantu bayathwala, for sure. So obviously, if she mentions it in her interview, people are going to be interested to know what she is saying, what is her view on Ukuthwala, you guys. And listen, I was interested to hear her out, but when she made this point here, I was like, I'm not sure if it's that thing, Gogo Skhotheni just wanting to say the most shocking thing. And this is what she said, answering the question of the possibility of people besebenzisa ukuthwala to make it in life. Let me see. Hopefully I have zoomed to just the right place for this on YouTube. Okay, maybe let me make it. For those who are on TikTok, I did post this video yesterday. Okay, let me play it.
Hardworking, whatever, and some are not. They take the short way out. How do we how can you tell genuine success versus success or through consulting?
You can. Now, these are the signs. They'll have more than 3 wives, which is Tembu. One of them must not have kids. Because the snake is eating the womb.
Okay.
Check it out.
Okay, red flag number 1.
Check it out. Most of them batwele, and they're gonna have abafazi abaningi, but one of them must not have kids.
Like that guy from Durban, man.
Nah.
Oh, excuse
Musukulum.
Yeah,
Musukulum. No. You know, one of them must not have kids. Then the other one,
this is
he's
scary,
walking
man.
barefoot. You know, he doesn't usually wear shoes.
I know a guy who used to do that at cars.
Yeah. The other one, very dirty. They don't bath, but they've got money like dust. They don't bath. The other one, they have to always have different goals. That's why they go to clubs Monday to Monday. They must have different goals, you know, because the snake. Other one, a man must sleep with a man.
Man, what if someone is just homosexual and
No, that happens, but I'm just telling you. They'll get married, yes?
Okay.
Some, not all of them. So these are the signs that you have to look at. It's that one, yes, Tembu. It's that one of being dirty, that one of walking barefoot, that one of sleeping with different girls, that one of sleeping with men. With women, they'll not get married. Also with men, they'll not get married, most of them, because the snake is their wife.
So here's the thing, you guys. Here's a little bit of an issue that I have with Gogo Skhotheni's answer when it comes to Ukuthwala. I feel like most of the answers that she was giving, I could give you those answers myself from just listening to the African Confessions channel. Okay, I could give you those answers. Okay, because a lot of the times people that are coming to confess or telling their stories, they say exactly what she's saying. The only thing that was different that she said was in the of having is tembu. And the only thing that was different was the fact that she was specific to say the man will have more than 3 wives, you guys, okay? And I feel like Gogo Skhotheni knew very well what she was doing here, you know, because I know that she knows that if she says a man that has more than 3 wives, in South Africa, there can only be one man that we are all going to think about. In addition to that, she goes on to say that one of the wives will not have kids. And we all know we have Uthando Nesthembu. And the only other man, you know, it's not like Umseleko, guys, is the only polygamist in South Africa, but he is the only famous or most popular polygamist in South Africa with more than 3 wives, and one of them cannot have kids or does not have kids. Okay, so I feel like here, you guys, the fact that she could have said most men abatwele will have multiple wives. Okay, because that's what you'll find in when you're listening to those stories. They will have multiple wives, and some of them will have multiple girls, and but they'll be told that you can't have a serious relationship. You have to hit and run or something like that, and then that's how you make your man. But you can't have like companionship that you are with for a long period of time. Okay, those things we hear in those stories. So I don't know if there was anything profound that she was saying here, you guys, but I feel like she knew exactly what she was doing when she answered that question the way that she answered it, and to be specific and say more than 3 wives and say the other wives could not have will not be able to have kids. I feel like she knew that we were going to think about them. There was a moment that I'm talking about when I say a lot of the time she says things just for the shock, so that we are just all shocked, and then we start talking about it, and then there's backlash and all of that, you guys. Of course, people are going to say that, no, Gogo Skhotheni was just making an example here. You know, of course, she didn't say the name, but also when Saul was like, Musa, you know, she didn't say, no, guys, it's not them, you know, because she could have corrected it in a more specific way and say, guys, I am not talking about Musamseleko. I just want to be specific in that. I'm not talking about Musamseleko, but this is what happens. Okay. Her reaction was like the way that they reacted is exactly how she wanted them to react, you guys. Do I think about Musamseleko Ukuthwala, guys? You can never know if umuntu uthwele or not. I don't know, you guys. And I don't even think that abantu abathwele kuvele kube obvious ukuthi lo muntu lo uthwele, because obviously they're not going to tell us. But I thought that Gogo Skhotheni had maybe some kind of a relationship with abantu bamseleko, but not so long ago she was interviewing Umpumelelo, so she wouldn't throw them under the bus like that. But it looks like she did, okay, for the clicks and the likes and the dislikes. Okay, so she did the things. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Even in moments where you feel like Gogo Skhotheni is sharing valuable information, it's very difficult because you don't know whether to believe it or not, you guys. Of course, there's a lot of other things she said, but the interesting one, you guys, that I've been saying for a while is that Gogo Skhotheni lied about wanting to take his second husband. I said that immediately after his show ended because I did review his show, Gogo Skhotheni. And the reason I had said that, no, this story was not make sure was that immediately after the show ended, there was an article that came out that had confirmed that, yes, they were moving ahead with taking the second husband. She had even lied to say that they have a schedule with the husband on when she sees the husband, when she sees the first husband, when she sees the second husband, and all of that. And then after that, everything went quiet. And I felt like Gogo Skhotheni is a social media person. If she has a second husband, that second husband is going to be on her social media somewhere. But you were not seeing any photos, nothing of her and this husband. I was like, this story was a lie. And don't forget, this was a Moja Love show, okay? Because we already know. We already know the deal when it comes to Moja Love, okay? We watch the lies, but we love the lies that they tell us on Moja Love. So I was like, this story was a lie, okay? There were people that were not happy with me doing that video here on YouTube saying that Gogo Skhotheni lied. There was never the second husband, okay? Now she says in this podcast that, of course, that was just for entertainment. There was never a second husband. I think she even says that she regrets doing that storyline on her show, you guys. Now, here is an issue here. Even if you were like Dando, but you know, Gogo Skhotheni, you know, it really teaches us valuable things and whatever. And I'm like, yeah. But think about that. She lied about the whole season of the show. The main storyline was her taking the second husband. And it wasn't that Gogo Skhotheni doesn't have an interesting life, but because she definitely does have an interesting life, okay? At the time, during the show, she was pregnant, she had her child, she was dealing with very serious and very sensitive storyline of her child not being well and the hospital not discharging her child immediately after giving birth. That was a story that she could have shared, that all of us could have related to very, very well. Her show could have done well even without that lie. She did not need to give us that lie. Now think about it, you guys. She lied about that, and for some time she has carried on with this lie until now. She felt like she's tired of lying. She's telling us the truth. Now, with all of this information that she's sharing with us, telling us about Tabatwele, this is how you sue Mutotwele, this is how ama celebrities, this Sangomas are scamming. Now, how are we going to decide now as people if really our intention was to learn about Ubungoma and African spirituality, and I wanted to really like learn from what she's saying. How do I decide now what information I take and what information I don't take from Gogo Skhotheni? Because maybe 2 years down the line, she's gonna say, guys, you know, when I was on a podcast, podcast and chill, I lied there. You know, I was lying. It was just for entertainment. How do I know? You know, so every time I listen to her now, it's a struggle for me. It's a struggle. Okay, it's a struggle. Another thing that she said that was confusing for me was the fact that she is a born again. She said she was a born again Christian. She is still born again, just not a Christian. I was like, I'm confused. Okay, I'm confused. Okay. Gogo will drive us crazy out here. Anyway, you guys, that's all that I wanted to talk about. Let me just read the comments here on YouTube. Thank you so much to those that are joining me from TikTok. It's hard to know who is here and who came in and went. But just the last people to comment, Upe, Umtungwazana, Ukansile, Nohle joined me. Good morning, Enge. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it so much, Yolanda. Make sure that you like the stream and also follow me on TikTok, you guys. I appreciate that so much. And also, there are people that are on Facebook. Thank you so much for those that have liked from Facebook. We appreciate you so much. The family on Facebook. Guys, if you don't comment, I have no way of knowing who you are. If you want me to say your name, and then you can comment. I'll be able to say on that. But if you don't want to do that, it's okay. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Leslie is here, guys, the OG of the OGs. Okay, thank you so much, Leslie. Always support my channel, Bali, same way. Hello again, everybody, guys. Liyazolishona namhlanje umgosi mningi. Lindelo. Thank you so much for being here. Umbali Mabaso says, I don't believe some of the things they say. Animo bendi badicilela phansi igama lezangoma. They're sharing too much. In my opinion, I feel like they're sharing too much. I feel like now I understand why. Before Sangomas never used to tell us what happened. We never even used to know what happens about Ukuthwala. Now we know, So maybe there was a reason. There was a reason for that to be done that way. Okay. So each person okwenza in your ndumba, it says there. You don't even know if what you do and Dumbeniak is the same and what the other person does and Dumbeniak. So you don't argue about it because you don't know if it's the same. Now they're arguing because the other one says the other one does something different and they're like, hey, I'm still no, I'm still watching. Faith gets him. I will come back and rewind. You must rewind. Yes, we did another live earlier on. You guys talking about Faith gets his marriage. Okay, what she's saying about it now. Let's see. Let's see with lightnings. Yeah. We must just go to let's go to Moses Mabhida Stadium. I'm like, hey, but we love that stadium. We don't want it to burn down. I don't know where we're gonna go. And one Gogo the side, one Gogo that side. Hey, and then we can see who wins. I support that, Leslie. Skhotheni, some of the things she said, Kumachi, I'm starting to doubt her shame, but hey, who am I judge? It's hard not to judge. It's hard not to judge because they judge each other born. They judge each other born. Also, they judge other Sangomas for doing the way that other Sangomas do them. So as umuntu who is standing on the side watching them, it's hard not to judge and be like, but you said this, the other one is saying this. Do you guys even know what you're talking about? So it's hard to not judge. Back like I never left Louisa. Thank you so much for being here. Balimabas, I don't know if I said your name. I think Louisa said, I think she doesn't know how property sales work. Even if you pay a bond monthly, you're a part owner. If you lose your job, you can rent your property and use the money to buy the bond. Yes, I get what you're saying, Louisa. I totally get it. I was getting her point in a sense that she was saying until that property is paid in full, it does not really belong to you. If someone else can have a right to sell it, then it doesn't really belong to you until you paid in full. For me, I feel like I understood that point. And obviously, she's not a property expert, but I was feeling like people were overreacting in that point because everything that they say, people are going to be like, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. If you make a decision to get people to rent your property instead of just sitting there and not pay the property until a point where they repossess it, yeah, I get what you're saying. And thanks for that education. Leslie says, let's like the stream. Yes, guys, please like the stream. It helps to recommend. It helps YouTube to recommend it to other people. Yes, you guys, liking is very in any platform, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. It just indicates for the owners of the platform that people like what you do on your channel or on your page, so they will recommend it to other people. And liking is free, and it doesn't even take a lot of effort. It's just pressed nje. I personally feel like uSkhotheni udicilela ubungoma phansi nje uqeda isithunzi umbali mabasi. That's what she's saying. And a lot of people would say that. People who said that about Skhotheni, other people who said that about Maweni. And so I don't know, guys. Maybe they need like a Ubungoma board. You know, what is that organization you can report people to? All kinds of industries if you have an issue or you were not treated. Ombudsman. They need Ubungoma ombudsman. People that can regulate them, because now we are confused here. Skhotheni is on point with a lot of things, but because people have already made their minds about her, they decided to judge her and not listen. Okay. Yeah, no. I think that makes sense. And I think that you guys, as much as I wouldn't say that them doing AMA reality shows with Moja Love was a bad decision, because it helped to get them like in front of audiences that they wouldn't have been able to get in front of. Okay, being on TV is a big thing for anybody. So, but then I think them allowing Umoja Love to run AMA shows up the way that they did, to a point where we felt like some storylines were just not on, like you could see how this thing is made up. I think that was the mistake. Doing AMA reality shows was not a mistake, but AMA storylines that they agreed to do didn't help, because now we're like, if you lied, then how do we know that you're not lying now? So that didn't really work in their favor. And Louisa says there's nothing wrong with invite your ancestors to a house you bought through a bank, because that's not for them to protect your home. Akiri, you are the owner. I mean, I think, yeah. I mean, if you buy if you buy property, guys, you don't wait until the bond is paid in full before ubig umuzi. If it's umuzi, you're ubig umuzi. You know, I mean, my ancestors, they should be able to understand. No. No, usakhokha but umuzi wakhe, okay? I guess it's more complicated than just, it's like you wait until the bond is finished before we go umuzi. That wouldn't work. But I guess what I get what you're saying, that you're not gonna wait to invite your ancestors to your house until the house is paid in full. Because when is that going to be? Then you're just going to live in that house without ancestors, if that's what you believe in, by the way. I'm not a Sangoma, but I'm offended by 70% of the things she said on that interview. Labantu abangazazi bawubani ababukela kuye uzobalahlekisa. Ezinye zezinto masizizwa nathi mele sisebenzise ingqondo. I agree, Mbali. You can't have somebody where you listen to everything that they say. Because everybody has their own journey. I listen to people, but I can say, even when you are a Christian, you guys, you listen to people preach. Sometimes you can listen to somebody preach and be like, this one I won't take, So, Nomfundo Machiga is back. Hello. Lindela says, Mina, I've decided not to listen to both of them. It confused me. I think sometimes we feel like they are more of entertainers than they are like these people that are supposed to be taken seriously when they say things. Okay, they entertain us and make a lot of money from entertaining us. And Nomfundo says, Moja Love creates too much drama. Hey, they like drama. They like drama, you guys. They do. So I guess if you're going to do a show with them, you have to be prepared to, create drama. I mean, I no longer take them seriously. I feel like why did the comment? I feel like they just say anything to trend. I also feel like that. I also feel like they definitely like trending. There's a show called Black Conversation, and Gogo Skhotheni was there. She mentioned that she is married to a second husband. That was last week's episode, so I'm asked if she lied. She's been maintaining that story up until recently with the podcast. So that's why I'm saying that how are we ever going to trust anything that you say? Because clearly you lie, because you've been lying for so long now about this second husband thing. I think in that podcast she said if she had the opportunity, she would take a second husband, but I still need to watch it, you guys. Let me not comment on it much. But again, yeah, I know the interview that you're talking about. Yes, no funda. I don't take anything seriously, Nami. Abai show your laba, especially Skhotheni. It's interesting to listen to them, you guys, but sometimes I'm like, hey, I don't know. The celebrities Sangoma, and they are hungry for fame on another level. They actually they really enjoy fame, and I think that's another issue. They should have been friends, these two. Hey, what people do for clicks, clicks and likes, I tell you. Let's see what people do for clicks. Yo, Yonda. Okay, guys, let me read a few comments and then we can be out of here. It's already like 35 minutes this video. This is my amazing kitchen garden channel. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. I love your nails. Let's see them properly. I won't show you the other hand because I had an accident on the other hand. I had a rainbow on my hand, but it's no longer a rainbow here. Doopsie says, "Ngeke bakithi 20 years yonke without your insister." Joe, imagine, yes, if you pay Pella for 20 years. I mean, guys, as maybe when they speak, let's take some things and something. Let's use our brains. Pella, not that we do have brains, huh? You know, let's use our brains. Some things you take, some you don't. Maybe you can tell the ancestors, listen, ancestors, sihleli last bank, but come and tupa with me in this house until until the bank signs off that it's really mine. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like it. Before you're gonna like, you guys, don't forget to do that. I think I'm coming back here at 12 o'clock. I have another story to do. I did say that there's a lot of umkosi today. Okay, thank you so much to the people that were watching me from TikTok. You guys, I appreciate it so much. Make sure that you follow me over there as well, you guys. Thank you so much. Ningakhohlwa ukuthi ni-share a video with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.